Laynie and welcome to the channel. How are you guys doing today? Leave it down below in the comments. You know I love hearing from you. I am so glad to be sitting down and hanging out with you guys because I am really behind on filming this. I have had a drawer full of empties. I was like, it's time to talk about it. I love empties videos because I feel like it really means someone knows what they're talking about because they've actually used up the entire product. I had a giant bin full, so I kind of looked through and picked out the things that I thought were really worth mentioning, talking about, instead of boring you with the entire box of junk. So if you enjoy beauty content, fragrance content, and a little bit of lifestyle content sprinkled on top, make sure you click that subscribe button, join the fam, you won't regret it. I have to throw this out there because I look at my analytics and 60% of my returning viewers don't hit the button. So I would absolutely love it if you became a member of our team here because my channel is growing, which is so exciting, and I honestly love getting to know my subscribers. I'll stop rambling, let's go. Couple little disclaimers. I had some camera issues last week, and so I had to play around with my camera and its settings. So I'm like all nervous. I keep looking at myself in the screen to see if I'm like looking crazy, like is my coloring off? I don't know. I felt like I was too gold and I was too green, I was too gray. So I don't know. I'm just really hoping when I get sitting down to editing this that I look okay. If it doesn't, my apologies. The second disclaimer is the warm weather is finally with us. So my air conditioner is running in the house because other people live here and I can't make this into a sweat lodge. So I'm sorry if you hear that totally running consistently in the background. Honestly, I'll take the AC running in the background if it means sunshine and warm temps because that is my jam. All right, so I thought I would just start with hair care. This is one I have to mention and I actually enjoy using it on my daughter. This is the Cantu brand for kids. This is the Conditioning Detangler, softens and detangles, gentle care for curls, coils, and waves. When I use up my Pacifica detangler that I'm using on her right now, I'm going back to this one. This did wonders for her curls. She has kind of an interesting hair texture. Honestly, it's a lot like mine when I was younger. She's got quite a few ringlets, but then also some sort of straight areas. And I feel like if she's slept on it a day or two, or we've put it into pigtails, it can really lose the curl. This helps zhuzh it back up, bring those curls back to life, as well as makes her hair feel really nice. It never feels like crunchy or greasy or anything like that. Honestly, really love this. There is a little bit left in there, but it's basically empty. One that is typically a staple in my shower is the Garnier Fructis hair mask. I've used this one, I've used others. I feel like they all are very similar besides the scent. This is the avocado one. I love this one. I use it in my daughter's hair and my hair when I want it to feel extra silky and smooth in the shower, but I love using this for a shaving cream. It's so affordable, it lasts forever, so this is like a staple in my shower. Right now I'm using a shaving oil, but I'll probably go back to this because it's a tried and true, okay? A drugstore shampoo and conditioner that I actually really enjoyed. These are the Pantene Moisture Boost, yeah, Miracle Moisture Boost. This has rose water, that's not how you say that, sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner. I have used this one, I've used the rice one, it might be another one, but I think those are the only two. The bottles look just like this, just kind of like different design on there. These feel really good in my hair. It doesn't leave it feeling super dry or over stripped, but it also doesn't leave it feeling super heavy because I do have fine hair and it can get weighed down really quickly. The price is right on these. I think I found them super cheap at Walgreens on sale, and it's something easy for me to have in my shower that I know I can use, my husband can use. I honestly hadn't used Pantene in such a long time. I picked up the travel size when we were on vacation last year and I really enjoyed it, so that's why I got the big bottle. A very, very heavily advertised product. Yes, I fell for the hype. Lumi deodorant. I love a good deodorant that doesn't have antiperspirant. Ever since making the switch away from antiperspirants, I can't go back. When I've tried, I can't stand the way they make my armpits feel. Like when you're washing, you can feel that layer of antiperspirant on your armpit. I don't like that. It just feels, ugh, like, I don't know, it kind of almost freaks me out, something about it. I'm like, there's like a film that won't wash off. So I am fully antiperspirant free, and I decided to finally try out Lumi products, and I've been using it for quite a while. I do want to say, they made a switch maybe 6 months, a year ago now, from their old formula to a new formula because Lumi does have a weird smell at first. Very strange. And a lot of people complained about that, so they changed their formula so that wasn't so in your face. And I find it doesn't work as good now as it used to. The old formula was so good. People should have just got past the weird smell because it dissipates and you don't even notice it, and that deodorant worked. This still does work for me, but like the old version, I could go a solid 2 days or a really hard workout at the gym and like not get funky by the end of the day. Now I can get funky with this. This is if I'm going to shower every single day, never skip a day in between, it'll work. I do like this because it is a stick form, but I find that this cream, actually lathering it on my armpits, works better than the stick. So I've just been picking up this and using it just as deodorant. A random purchase at Dollar General.
So first things first, you're gonna go to your local Dollar General.
This is the Crystal Salt deodorant. I got it honestly because it's coconut and vanilla, and that kind of called my name. And I've used the salt sticks before, and they actually do work really well. My only complaint is I always had the issue where after getting, if you don't know, the salt stick is actually like a hard rock of salt on a little component that you wet the rock under running water in the bathroom, and then you just rub it on your armpits. Sounds weird, I know, but it does work. My problem was I would always have the issue that after using them for a while, it was like the water got in between the rock and the component, and then the rock would just fall off the component. And yes, I'm kind of a diva. I didn't want to have to hold the rock in my hand and like wet it and put it on that way. Like I wanted the little handheld part that made it feel like a deodorant. So that's why I stopped using those. And I was like, oh, a liquid version, cool. Honestly, this worked decently. Again, not gonna get me through like a super hot day plus a workout and I'm still gonna be smelling fresh by the end of the night. No, I would want to do a shower before bed. As well as I just don't love the roller balls. Sometimes there's like good roller balls, there's not good roller balls, and this one I just didn't love. I feel like sometimes it was like hard to get it to roll and like to get the product out, which was kind of frustrating. I probably wouldn't go back to this one. I'd probably stick with the Lumi. A body wash that I really love, Salt Air Santal Bloom. I have their Pink Beach in my shower right now. I really like this brand, honestly. I fell for the hype. I fell for the advertisements on Instagram. This scent is definitely my favorite. I feel like it's a very luxe, rich, floral, just intoxicating type scent. And it's kind of a powerhouse, and Pink Beach is just okay to me. I don't love it. I kind of like the feeling of the Pink Beach body wash better. I feel like it's a little more slippery feeling in my hand than the Santal Bloom, but overall I like this scent so much more. I also love body oil in this scent. I love the deodorant in this scent. Honestly, like, Santal Bloom is good. I would repurchase this body wash. One that is so good. This is the Pistache skincare brand on Amazon, their body butter, and holy moly, I have the body spray. It is so good, but honestly, the body butter is where it's at. There is something so rich and enveloping and yummy and dreamy and just amazing about this body butter. The texture is fantastic. It is like top tier, best body butter formula ever. Like this and the Fenty are like right up there for me, but the scent of this, it is so rich and nutty and creamy and dessert-like, and also a little spicy or cakey. I think it might have a note of biscotti. This body butter have purchased, will purchase, and will keep repurchasing because it is so good. The last body item is this EOS Shea Butter Coconut Hand Cream. I am the most particular when it comes to hand cream. I don't know if it's almost like an OCD thing or something. I don't know, but I am very particular about how my hands feel. Like, I'm very aware of how my hands feel. If my hands feel dirty or grimy, like, I notice and I need to wash them right away. And then if they feel dry, it drives me crazy. Like, I can't go to bed without hand cream on. Are you kidding? 99.9% of the time, after I wash my hands, I'm gonna put on hand cream. Like, I just, like, right now, even like talking about it, I'm like, ooh, my hands feel a little dry. The way my fingers are rubbing together, like, I notice it, I don't like it. So I'm very particular about how hand cream makes my hands feel. Does it make it feel hydrated? Is it overly slippery or greasy? Or the dreaded, does it make my hands end up feeling drier than they did before I put it on? Let me know down below. Have you put on hand cream that feels so good on initial application, but you swear within 15 minutes your hands feel worse than they did before? Because that is the absolute worst hand cream problem ever. And I have been there so many times. I actually really enjoyed this EOS hand cream. It didn't make me feel overly slippery or greasy. I didn't notice it drying my hands out. It actually felt good and like there was a nice moisturizing coat on them. So I would repurchase this. I really enjoyed it. I always keep a hand cream in my bag. I am that person, okay? That is all for our hair care, body care. Let's talk about some makeup. Something that I was so appreciative that influencer sent me was the Smashbox Halo. This I liked, but it wasn't an absolute hit for me. But again, I'm still so appreciative that influencer sent it to me and I got the chance to try it out. Like, I liked the colors of everything, honestly, like very easy reach colors, very pretty neutral blushes that are gonna match just about any look you could pick out. The bronzer is actually a nice shade. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. The highlighter actually is pretty. It's a little bit more peachy toned than I prefer on my skin, but it came shattered, which was really disappointing. So I tried to like pack it down there myself, but I'm not that good at it, and I'm not gonna lie, again, it's just one of those particular things. I don't like how it looks, and I don't like how the powder comes off now, so I'm decluttering it. If you were somebody who had a job where you travel all the time, this size would be really handy. It's gonna fit in your travel bag so well. But for those of us who don't have exciting lives and go places often, my big complaint is the size. The size of the pans is actually really hard to get my preferred brushes down into without like hitting the bronzer and the blush at the same time, or the blush and the highlight at the same time, because they are fairly small. So for that reason, I would not repurchase this. A foundation I actually really liked, and when I get through my others in my stash, I would highly consider repurchasing. This is the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Foundation. There's supposed to be some skin-loving ingredients in there. I believe it's clean, which I love all of that. I feel like the packaging looks nice. The price is fairly up there, but kind of standard for anything Sephora. So it's not like a shocking price tag, you know? It's not like I'm buying La Mer or something. This goes on really pretty. It does look fairly skin-like. It's not heavy, but there's a good amount of coverage. My favorite part of this is the fact that I really found it to be pore smoothing, especially if I went in with a pore smoothing primer beforehand. My pores were looking so good. I very much enjoyed this. I'm trying to remember it. This is 110 Light Neutral. I'm gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand. I mean, look at that. You can't even see it on the back of my hand on camera. Even with my naked eye, it blends into the skin really nicely. And this color, now that I have a little bit of sun, I feel like the color is really good. In the dead of winter, I was like, ooh, I was having to lighten it up a little bit with some lighter concealer because it was a little too dark for me. But for a summer shade, I would pick out this 110 again. It's funny how the mind works, because when I first picked up this e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer, I liked it, then I didn't like it. Then I reached for it again, and then I was like, I really like you. So I ended with, I really like this. I think I was having sort of super high expectations, so I was like a little disappointed. But then when I started reaching for it every day and really living in it, I found I liked this. This was something that I would apply a pretty heavy coat of primer, honestly. Like, I didn't go light-handed on it, but it felt good on the skin. It never felt heavy or clunky. It almost goes on like a moisturizer. And when I did go a little heavy-handed, I was very happy with my pores. A very light coat, and I wasn't that happy with my pores, but when I really used her, okay, honestly, it did smooth the pores. I did really enjoy this. I would consider repurchasing, even though right now I'm just really in a love affair with the Jelly Pop Primer. That's my jam right now. Sadly, it doesn't smooth my pores though. I should try my Jelly Pop, get this again, and put this in my trouble areas. Oh, brilliant idea. I mentioned this not that long ago, the Pro Fix Stick Concealer by NYX. I'm really enjoying this. This shade in Natural was definitely too dark for me. I actually used this as a foundation because under the eyes it was just too dark, and switched to a lighter shade. But I love the consistency of this. Get in the inner corner. I can create a pretty wing effect with my eyeshadow. Like, so versatile because of the size and the shape. And this stays so well under my eyes. I am a expressionative person. I smile with my eyes, and so I can get real creasy around the eyes. This really stays put. I have been living in my makeup today, you guys. That's why it looks extra glowy. I've had this on all day, and I've been running errands, and it's hot outside, and yet around the eyes, like there's just barely any creasing. If you are on a budget and want the best bronzer in the world, it is this one by Essence. This is their matte bronzing powder. The pan is humongous, and to me this shade in Chocolate Sundae is like the perfect color for when you want to multitask. I like to bronze and shape the face all in one. This does it. I can go in around the cheekbone some, and it gives me a good dimension, but I also look like I'm a little sun-kissed. I can use it for contouring the nose. Like, this is so versatile and such a good price. I have bought this before, and I will buy it again. I love this bronzer. The About Face Cream Eyeshadow. This is in the shade Tin Pan Alley. Honestly, it's pretty. Let me swatch it. It is pretty. You can kind of pat it out for more of a glitter effect. Can you see that? There. So you can pat it out for more of a glitter effect, or you can really lay it on the lids for almost a tin foil effect. I did really enjoy this, and I like this shade. I just think I have fallen more in love with the Super Shock Ultra Glitter. So for that, I probably won't go back to this one, because if I'm gonna reach for something creamy and glittery, I'm gonna get my ColourPop Ultra Shock Ultra Glitters out. I think I added an ultra in there. That's okay, whatever. I will mention this, and I will keep mentioning it. I'm sure Tatcha watches a lot of my videos. Just kidding. If they ever were to stumble upon it, I need them to know they must bring back their lipsticks. These are the best lipsticks I've ever used in my life. These were so expensive. Like, I normally would never spend over $40 on a lipstick. I splurged one time. These are so good. They are so comfortable on the lips. Like, I can wear them all day long. They stay on the lips well without drying them out. They feel so good on application. They're so creamy, but they don't get all over the place. Like, the most comfortable lipstick. I mean, I've used that. Look, I've used it, but this is so expired that I finally am letting her go. Me and mascaras have been struggling lately. This is definitely a trouble area for me over the last like 6 months. I just can't find what I'm looking for. If you have tips, leave it down below. I need it. I tried the Fulscara. When I first used it, I loved it. Loved it. Used it like two times with success. I think I raved about it. And then every time after, I had such trouble trying to apply it, where my lashes would start just clumping together. And then I'd put the sealer on. Like, I'd finally get the lash on. It seemed like all is well. I'd put the sealer on. But it was like I could never put enough sealer on. Again, I feel like I'm just sensitive to sensations, that when I would blink, I could feel my lower lashes and my top lashes kind of gripping together, and I didn't like it. I didn't like that sensation. I couldn't get past it. So for that reason, I probably won't try this again. Good old-fashioned mascara. I can't find one that I love. Am I asking for too much? Please tell me. I want easy removal. I won't wear waterproof. I'll quickly tell you why, because one time I got waterproof mascara in my eye so badly that I had to go to the eye doctor and spend $100 for them to take out the flake of mascara. I actually had to go to work, and I walked in like this, and they're like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "I got mascara in my eye. I can't get it out. And my eye won't stop watering. I can't. It just keeps doing this." And they're like, "Okay, I think you need to go to the eye doctor and then come back to work." I was like, "I think you're right." Or I think it was so waterproof. My eye moistures, tears, liquid couldn't flush it out. So I only do washable. So I want it to be easy remove. I do love the Thrive tubing mascara, but it's pricey, and I don't like that I can't just pick it up at Ulta. So I stopped doing that, but that is one of the easiest to remove. Honestly, it doesn't smear. So then I tried the Milani tubing, and honestly, it's pretty darn good, okay? Honestly, it looks nice on the lashes, the price is good, but I have a hard time removing this. It is like so firm on my lashes, or maybe I just don't have the right makeup remover or face wash. I don't know, but I'm struggling to break it down. And then I feel like I was losing some lashes. Kicking myself because I thought I'm gonna love this, and I bought 2 tubes, so I still have to use that other tube, but I'm not really looking forward to it. And then I recently got done using the Air Volume Mega Mascara. This one wasn't like a hate to me. My biggest complaint was that I felt like it dried out quicker than my normal mascara. Like back in the day, I used to use mascara for an obscene amount of time. Now I set an alarm in my calendar that says at 3 months, pitch it, start new. By 2 months, this one was already getting kind of dry, and I actually probably tossed it 2 weeks before the 3-month mark. So for that reason, I won't repurchase. Skills to pay the bills, okay? I've made 2 of those in a row. Can you tell I've had a couple cups of coffee today? I have. I used up perfume. Oh my gosh. This is so exciting. Like, literally so exciting. See, passion. Fruity, powdery, sophisticated, feminine, honestly elegant. This would make a beautiful bridal scent. Mother of the bride. It's so pretty and delicate and dainty and feminine. It's honestly so nice. I really do enjoy this one. See, Passion. I like this better than the original C. I'm much more a Passion fan. Would I repurchase? Probably. There's other things on my wish list that like would come first, but I would consider putting this back in my collection. Course Black Sugar. This is one I kept going back and forth on. I loved it, I hated it, I loved it, I hated it. I'm still not sure where I'm at on that. There's some days I would wear it that I was like, I like this. Then other days I was like, oh, it's so powdery. Like, I like powder in fragrances now. Like, it was a long time coming. It took me a while to get there, but I do. But this is very baby powdery. It's very fresh, so it's very baby powder to me. And I don't love that. The little bit of vanilla and amber and tonka bean, I enjoyed that aspect. And even the freshness I enjoy, but it's just, if there was just like a hint less powder. Sud Pacifique Vanille Benin. Honestly, like, I love how this smells. It's like banana Laffy Taffy. The longevity's not great. The dry down really just becomes vanilla. The opening is so fun. Like, the opening makes me want to go, I'll buy it again. But the dry down is just vanilla. And it's like, I got tons of other vanilla, so I don't think I would get this one again. Noir Distill by Laynie Gourmand. I love this fragrance. I would repurchase this. This is a very boozy vanilla, and I think it's got coconut in there, so it's got this creaminess, but it's like very boozy creaminess. Think of like a milk based liqueur. It's very boozy. This would be great sexy date night. It is honestly sexy. I love this one. I would definitely get this again. This is up there on sexy, sophisticated in my collection because this is very sexy, but also very classy and sophisticated. Not a just straight sex kitten vibe, you know? You know what I mean? I think you get it. Okay guys, I'm gonna leave it there because I don't want this video to be too long, but I hope you enjoyed it. Have you tried any of these products? If you have, share your thoughts with me and the others because I know we all love to hear others' opinions on great or not so great beauty products. And as always, please try to stay positive because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. I will see you in the next one. Mwah. Bye-bye.